Alright, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another video. I am Crypto Maximalist. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Before we begin, I want to let you know that I've partnered this month with Blowfin, absolutely amazing exchange that I've actually been trading on myself for the past 2 weeks or so. Sign up with my link below in the next week and get a 10% deposit coupon for futures trading. Amazing opportunity to get yourself involved in the markets risk-free. That one trade might be the one that makes you your first 100x gain in cryptocurrency. Always like to reward my community with the best opportunities that I can find. Also make sure to get involved with BTCC and Mexi, who are also offering some big sign up bonuses and competitions. All the links are in the description below and they'll give you some free goodies, so make sure to get involved down below with all of those. Alright then, taking a look at Vechain today on our daily time frame. Things are looking very spicy. You can see it's 20 past 9 in the morning for me. Very interesting stuff today on the channel. We can see obviously that we are dropping quite significantly from this local area where we were starting to put in a little bit of a range actually, but obviously over the weekend everyone's starting to get super fearful, super bearish on US 30, Dow Jones, on traditional financial markets. Obviously with the Trump tariffs we have seen some crazy volatility in traditional markets. You can see if you look at US 30 here, we're starting to get pretty crazy drop to the downside here. You can see obviously markets opened. Let's just take a look on the hourly time frame. Markets gapped down and opened down here. We're down around 20% from the highs, the all-time high so far. If we just take a look at this, 15%. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the high. I do apologize. This is the high. So we're down now. We're getting down towards 20%, and we could drop further. Obviously, the US markets will open later. I am up well before they'll open. They open at 1:30 for me, so in about 5 hours or so. We're going to have a really interesting day today, because obviously, if we have a massive crash in traditional financial markets, we're going to have some big volatility in crypto. Obviously, the only reason that Vechain is dropping is because Bitcoin's dropping, and the only reason that Bitcoin's dropping is because everyone is getting scared that we're going to have a huge crash because of traditional financial markets. It's actually quite interesting because Bitcoin, when you actually look at it, it's really not dropping that much at all compared to traditional financial markets. It's actually looking a lot more bullish than these traditional markets at the minute. Everyone's absolutely freaking out. Let's look at the S&P 500. Where is it? SP. Can't do an ampersand. Where is it? There we go. S&P 500. S&P 500 right now down 1,000 points. That's absolutely wild. This one's looking a bit worse than the other one actually, isn't it? Let's take a look here. Down 21%. Gaps down obviously. Was this Friday's candle? Friday's candle was massive. We've gapped down and we're currently rip soaring in a very interesting around 200 point range. 200, I don't even know what these are. Is this 2,000 or 20,000 points? I'm not sure, but you can see between, we're absolutely ripping around between that 5k and that 4.8k level for the S&P 500. And obviously as a result everyone's freaking out, and then people are selling Bitcoin as a result. But you can see Bitcoin really, it's still looking like it's just going for that healthy retest. How many videos have you watched of me now where I've been saying we are going to get that 50% retrace of this local move? You can see we've almost got it now, and it lines up perfectly with the back test of the previous all-time high. You can see we're so close now. If you look at this, we're so close to retesting this previous all-time high level, and I do think that we'll probably get a very decent bounce from that level once the US markets open later on. For me, in about 5 hours, it's going to be extremely interesting to see what happens today, to be honest. I think we could be looking at a very interesting rip soaring effect. I think we could see a big drop followed by a big bounce, or maybe even a big retest, retrace, and then a huge liquidation of shorts could also be on the cards, in my opinion, for Bitcoin. Obviously all of this is completely irrelevant to Vechain's price action, because basically Vechain has just been continuously selling off and getting absolutely destroyed by Bitcoin's price action recently. And this increased volatility and this increased fear in traditional markets is obviously perpetuating people selling Bitcoin, and just the general volatility of Bitcoin. You can see these massive 5 and 10k candles even on the weekends as well. That is pretty crazy. Having a candle this big on a Sunday for Bitcoin is pretty wild. You can see What did we start at here? We're up at 8. We've dropped literally about 7 or 8k in one day for Bitcoin. These candles are absolutely massive, and it just means that all of your altcoins are basically getting all their liquidity sucked out of them. But obviously, when Bitcoin bounces back, Bitcoin will do something like this, which is basically what it did. It dropped, it bounced back, it dropped a bit more, it bounced back, and now Bitcoin's like here, whereas all of your altcoins have just gone down, 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 down at the same time, because obviously they don't have anywhere near as much bounce back as Bitcoin does. You can see Vechain here looking, to be honest, like it's absolutely wrecked right now. You can see it's crazy to think that just a few months ago we were up at 8 cents looking good. Obviously bullish market structure potentially being lost here. We're losing our previous swing low, which is obviously a big deal, and we could be looking for a lot of pain, to be honest. I'd consider this a black swan event, to be honest. Something that you couldn't have foreseen. Obviously we knew Trump was going to bring tariffs in, but we didn't think that markets would react as much as they have. He has gone very, very hard on the tariffs, which means that all of our markets are basically going to get highly affected. Bitcoin is obviously having a good whipsaw around, all of our altcoins getting slammed as a result, but as I've been saying in all my videos, the long-term entries are getting good. Personally, I just average into the markets every month. I picked 10 big cryptos and 10 small cryptos that I liked for the long term, and I just buy them every month. I don't worry too much about the price. I do like to analyze the price for you guys because you're interested on the day-to-day events. But you can see here, I've been averaging into Vechain for 3 years now. Probably on the way down here I started averaging in. I've been buying every single week for years, and you can see overall my average entry is I'm probably at about break even right now, so I'm really not too bothered at all. I still think this will go higher in the long term because it is one of the larger cryptos that I do think will probably head back towards its all-time high one more time, where I'll probably consider selling some at that point. Right now I'm just averaging in and continuing to accumulate. Nothing much to say about it at all apart from that. Overall, I think things are going to be very spicy today, so please do watch yourself if you're using leverage, because obviously things are going to get pretty volatile once the US market opens. Let's see what happens next. Thanks a lot for joining me again today on another video. Make sure to go down below and sign up with Blowfin for the bonus, BTCC for a massive bonus on sign up as well. Get involved with our other exchange partnerships for free sign up bonuses, and to like and subscribe to the channel for more in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.